We have inherited one idea of development coming from the West. From Asia, we want to bring another kind of development, where development means there are no poor people in this society anymore. We all live in the ocean of money. We can go on increasing our wealth repeatedly as a cycle, but the poor people cannot take a sip out of it. In a world where you need a dollar to catch a dollar, that first dollar is never given to them. You need to have something to help the bottom people lift themselves up.
The first question for Professor Yunus.
Shanawaz, we need Shanawaz too.
And Shanawaz, where's Shanawaz? Okay, Sean's coming.
Guys, I need you guys to let them.
All right, let's be quiet so you can hear them. Any questions?
Criteria to get the loan. First criteria, she must be the poor, and we have been following the U.S. Census Bureau definition of poverty, and then the 5 women, they make a group of 5 within their community. So these are the criteria. We don't ask. Sorry?
Only for the owners, right?
Only women. Only women.
What is the minimum loan you are giving to the borrowers?
Is the maximum $3,000.
Minimum 500.
Weekly repayment. Weekly 2% of the principal.
Do you think you can reach 1,000 borrowers by the end of the year?
Yes, definitely.
I work for a company called Grameen America, and we give microcredit loans out. And I have some flyers. If you know anybody in the community, we will provide you a loan with a low interest rate. I can give you some information.
Okay, I'm not interested.
You sure?
Yeah.
And what we do is we help give loans to women in the community who want to either start small businesses or improve their current business.
I can understand English.
Es un préstamo con rata de interés muy baja. I was talking to one of the ladies, and she asked me, do I need some kind of a collateral? And I told her no. And she asked me if I was part of the mafia, because in their neighborhood, like, when somebody offers you money for a short amount of time with that kind of interest rate, and I told her, you know, I'll come collect the money every week. And she was just like, you know, what happens if I don't pay? I said, don't worry about it. We'll just motivate you. I was, you know, like, you know, I was telling you we'll motivate you, and you have a group.
You see, the Grameen is not English words. It's a Bengali word. It means rural. But now we have started in the Queen. This is the Jackson Heights, yeah? Our plan is to cover the whole Queens. During the 5 years, we are going to open 5 branches. And we are planning to cover about 21,000 members.
I am starving.
We have to eat something.
No, we cannot stop, Mr. Shah.
Okay.
I can't believe this is the first time you've been to a drive-thru. I guess they don't have drive-thrus in Bangladesh. I wasn't working last semester, I was just going to school. But before that, I worked for a pet carrier manufacturing company where I used to do customer service. Joys of driving for Grameen. It gives the banking support where one can't get support from the traditional banking system.
This is the collateral-free loan.
Okay.
You don't have to present all of the things that a regular traditional bank requests that you have. You don't have to have property.
Opposite to the bank. What the traditional bank they are doing, microfinance is doing opposite. But we have one condition.
Grameen America asks that there's a group formation of 5. It's tough being able to meet weekly with your group.
They are coming to increase their income. Yeah. First, you must invest, then you can get return. So here investment is their time. We are not asking to invest their money. Just you provide, you give me some time, and we will give you capitals.
But that's
Try
hard.
to motivate. Yeah, I know
That's hard
that is
because people work.
We are talking maximum 1 hour.
Okay, let's say you have a woman who works in the salon.
Yeah.
Okay, she can take an hour when she doesn't have a
Client.
customer. Yeah. But let's say you have a person who works in an office who works from 9 to 5. Then they can't break their schedule, so then it gets hard.
They can convince their boss. United States peoples are working.
When I first heard about everything, I couldn't believe it because I said, well, maybe in some other country, but this is the United States, and for you to just go with people who not have to have anything to really back themselves up, I said, it's not going to work here.
It's an unheard of concept. Bank which lends money not to make money, but to help people. Rich countries, you want to take care of the poor people in a way, they remain poor for all the time. So you don't help them to get out. So
Trap them in poverty.
You trap them into poverty. So I said that welfare laws should be in a way that once you are in difficulty, we come and help you, and from the day one, our effort is to get you out.
It's the old adage, but you give a guy a fish instead of a fishbowl.
That's right, yeah.
You keep him in poverty.
If you're on welfare, can you still obtain a loan? Would that be feasible under our government control?
No, it's not allowed. We have deliberately chosen Jackson Height so that we can concentrate on the immigrant population and newly immigrant population, because none of them has gone into the safety net program yet, like welfare and all the things. If it is successful, we can impress on the welfare authority later on to see if we can get a waiver.
People say you have the audacity to come here from the villages of Bangladesh to the urban heart of America. What do you say to that?
That's what we wanted, people to see what we are doing and get shocked. That's true. Why don't the bank lend money to them? Why did they wait that long that some Bangladeshi guy has to come and start doing the thing to them? So that's the kind of message that we want to raise. It's not for us to make money out of it. To raise the issue, this is not fair. What we do, we lend money, small amounts of money. And the thing that we have innovated is to make the payment very small. We do it by making weekly payment. If you take a loan, say $50, literally you are paying $1 each week. That's our lending program. Then we have an equally strong savings program. Each borrower is encouraged to have a personal savings account.
Correct.
And then put a small deposit in that account each week.
Her number is 1001. She's our first member.
You know that people like attention? I go Manhattan, I buy expensive hair, I put the people, por ejemplo, chini, 2-3 lines. But chino have the hair, I say, oh, mira, I have hair, you like it, yeah? $40 for line. $40, pa. How much for me? A lot of money. You need business, you need, $1 and $2 and $3. And tomorrow you have money. But si I don't have it, si somebody give me, Estado el sistema, porque yo he ido a muchos bancos cuando prestan, ninguno me prestan. Entonces, si este programa está ayudando a la mujer, pero yo me voy a encargar de yo buscar a todas las mujeres que están por ahí en la calle, aguantándole a su marido de todo, por 10 pesos y 5 pesos, cogiendo frío, vendiendo maíz, vendiendo flores. Esas mujeres yo las voy a obligar a que tengan que traerla aquí. Venga, 1 year, 8 years, 11, 14, 15, 20 years. See, baby, in my house. Now.
It's muy importante.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. ToCatchADollar. $2,000. For me.
Yeah,
I'm good. Thank you.
This is your check.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is your check.
I have a 2 trial, 2 chia like that, same like that, you see? Yeah, my business, I need more money for put my business. Seguramente para verano ya yo tenga mi propio salón. Por ejemplo, mira Dani, esto, yo pedí esta línea completamente roja, ahí están todos los rojos, ahí está la caja con todos los colores. Porque ya no quiero usar esa ley, ya no quiero usar malicón, pero yo tuve que comprarla, entonces compré el polvo rojo de los bleach, porque ya no quise.
Dani, ¿qué hizo? Bueno, lo que ella lo saca ahí, que lo vaya explicando mientras que yo voy haciendo esto. Claro. Que ahora
Es fácil, pero más tienes que decir. Los 2 recibos que tú tienes, ¿cuánto va a pedir?
Aceite, compré conditioner para vender, compré descansado.
Dani, tú dices.
Sí. This isn't just an organization that gives loans. It's not just for any personal reason. It's not to pay off a debt. It's not to pay your cell phone bill. It's specifically for activity that's going to generate you money. And you also have to be able to show proof of that. And the group is responsible for making sure that each of the people are using the loan for that activity, that they have an activity.
The idea is that as long as the whole group is paying on time, you can get a bigger loan. There's a pressure that's created from the group that keeps everyone on their toes.
¿Tú crees que tú tengas 15 minutos antes de que te vayas para? No vayas en tu carro.
I have the same lady who's been doing my hair. She knows me since I was a little girl, and she's also Elizabeth, who's our first member. I was at the salon doing my hair, and I just was telling her, yeah, I'm working with this organization that they're really focusing on working with the women who have activities that can generate money and helping them progress. She was like, what? Are you serious? And she just started yelling across the whole salon. Oh my goodness, Alethea has something that we're gonna do. We're all gonna participate in, it's gonna help us and we're gonna become rich. Women have had bad experiences with money lenders, and I always call it the man on the corner who gives out loans. Women receive, $2,000 loans and only have to pay interest in the beginning, so their balance never goes down, and they just constantly have to pay because they don't have the sufficiency to be able to break themselves out of these border lines that are holding them back. They can't go to regular banks because they're not loan worthy in commercial banks.
I put 2 lines, but I put 2 lines not in 1, in 2. Entonces, when you put 2 doble, she have 4. El blower.
¿Está bajando?
¿Te duele? Te puya.
Cuidado que aquí está mejor.
Ve, María, una más para que quede regia, para que bote el marito ese que tiene. Esa, 25 años, tengo que hacerlo rápido, ¿verdad? Más fat que Western Union. Este para acá y este para allá. Ay, María, qué odio, mía.
Pónmela a mí también. ¿Cómo?
Ay, no me digas. Pero como she, I do it at my house, only I put 2 lines. I do a 50, 25, 25. Thank you, Maria. Before I leave in Santo Domingo, when me walking over there, he paid me $75 every week. Told him yeah before. When me come first time here, I say, oh, let me check how much in 1 week. She give me $210 first week. I say, oh, a lot of money more over there. I say, oh, no, stay here, more money.
I have been working at Grameen Bank for 27 years. First in Bangladesh, then in Dominican Republic. Assalamu alaikum, Dalia. Asan upore? আপনার ফোন দিতে দিতে ভাড়া নেই আপনি ফোন ধরেন না আবার বিচারের মতো অবস্থা অর্ধেক করছি আমরা মহিলা অর্ধেক করছি আমরা পুরুষ 50% মহিলা করছি 50% আমরা পুরুষ করছি তখন দেখা গেল যে প্রতিটা 100% ওমেন তাদের উপকার হয়েছে জামা কাপড়ের কোয়ালিটি বেড়ে গেছে এবং ছেলে মেয়েদের স্কুলের দিকে নজর যারা স্কুলে যেত না তাদেরকে স্কুলে পাঠাচ্ছে ঠিক পুরুষও গেছি যে অনেক পুরুষেরই হয়েছে তবে এই গ্রুপ অফ ম্যানের কাছে দেখা গেছে যে তাদের রেস্টুরেন্টে যাওয়া বেরিয়ে গেছে যখন আমি পুরুষ গ্রুপ করছি স্বামী স্ত্রী দুইজনই এই লোন খাটাতে পারবে লোনটা যাবে মহিলার নামে এখন হচ্ছে কি ওই মহিলাকে ফ্যামিলি ডিসিশনে না ডাকলে তাদের হয় না শ্বশুরও তার দাম দিতে হয় শাশুড়িও দাম দিতে হয় কেন টাকা
First total, hey, that's great. Total $10,000. On a roll, baby. Jackson Heights is on a roll.
We are growing fast.
He's telling me I should, try to get them in one location, which of course that's ultimately the goal, right? Because we want a center with 10 groups, 8 groups.
February, you are forming another 2 groups?
I'm gonna have like 5-6 groups in February.
Okay.
Me form. I passed your 2, Mr. Shah. It's supposed to be 2 groups a month.
Maximum 3.
I don't know.
Why don't we just do as many groups as possible?
No, so in that case, she cannot provide the proper training or attention. That is our concept.
Look at that. For you, miss. And so, we will officially start this center with 3 groups. The terminology of center comes from the fact that there's more than one group in a particular area. And so here they started out with a big boom. Weekly, we're all going to meet the same way we are now. And we will all go through, we'll go around and we'll collect the money from each person.
On $1,000, it's $22, $20 towards the loan and $2 towards the
Interest,
savings.
yep.
And
No,
that's,
$2 towards the interest, and then separately $2 to your savings.
so it's 24.
Yep. Once you get it, you have 5% of the loan goes right into your savings account. Then after that, weekly, you pay just minimum $2.
Is that just money that's held there, or is that accessible to us?
It's accessible to you. You will
Okay.
get a debit card the same way that any savings account, when you open an account, works at a bank.
And you get a debit card.
Citibank will, they will provide you with a debit card. In each group is the first 2 who are going to receive the loans. Can we decide that tonight too?
Hey, y'all have to watch this. We're picking the 2 people who's going first. Drum roll, please. The first one.
And the second is Miriam. Miriam.
The voices all of a sudden are elevated.
Not mine.
They get it. No, I'm just saying they get excited. Wow. They get excited about their business.
It may not be part of Grameen America's experience, but Grameen Aletheia's experience is parking. Parking. I just remember my first day at the office, Mr. Shah kind of going through everything, and I'm a note taker, so I was just writing everything down. And I went home that night, and I just started looking over everything. He had given me, I guess, what is that? This little booklet with a woman on it about the Grameen Bank, and I went and I was reading the books, and and it was talking. It started detailing, even the money or the quantities that they give, but in taka and not in dollars, and I'm just reading this book and I'm like, wow, this is just, this is in completely somewhere else that I have no idea even how it looks.
হ্যাঁ কিন্তু পরবার ছিল গঠন সে কষ্ট অক্ষর মসিন অক্ষর মসিন আমাদের কসলা অক্ষর মসিন ফুলা অক্ষর মসিন ফুলা আমাদের কসলা
সেলিনা আছেন নাকি কয় নম্বর গ্রুপ আপনি 6 নম্বর আপনি টাকা নিয়ে কি করছেন প্রতিদিনে কয় টাকা রোজগার ইনকাম 100 আছে তাতে কি কিস্তি চলে নাকি অসুবিধা চলে কোনো সমস্যা না তো আপনি শুনে সিদ্ধান্ত পারবেন দিচ্ছে
আমি গ্রুপ তৈরি করছি আমি সবচেয়ে পুরাতন সদস্য না পা তার চলে যান ওটাই শুধু আপা অন্যের মধ্যে কিস্তি নয় সমস্যা করছে সময় মতন কিস্তি দিতে আসে নাই যার জন্য এটাই তো অন্যায়
তার ব্যবহার করলো না আমরা
ইচ্ছা করে বাদ দিয়ে দিচ্ছি
তার ইচ্ছা করে আমরা বাদ দিয়ে দিচ্ছি
কিস্তি নয় সমস্যা করতে
খারাপ লোক তো এই জায়গায় রাখা চলে না কাজটা আমরা তারা বাদ দিয়ে দিচ্ছি লা 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 লা
তারা কি হইতে চায় বড় হইয়া
ডাক্তার
লা 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 La 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 la
Grameen Bank lends out over $1 billion a year in tiny loans. We have 8 million borrowers and a staff of over 27,000. This staff meets all those 8 million borrowers every week. Banking system is based on the principle, the more you have, the more you get. If you have little, you get nothing. If you have nothing, of course, nobody gives you anything. We reverse that principle.
Okay, smile.
We do the same way as we do it in Bangladesh, 5-member group, weekly meeting, mutual support with each other, help each other to stay afloat together.
Some would say that in other countries, that bond of your peers helping you, maybe pressuring you, but in the United States, there's a different character perhaps, and people can easily dispense with their credit cards, go bankruptcy. How do you respond to that?
People say this can work any place, any city in the United States, if it worked right here in New York City.
For Wall Street, 2007 will forever be known as the year of the subprime meltdown. The worst is likely far from over. Financial institutions, including investment banks and hedge funds, are looking to make money on the whole lending
His main job is to give the money and get it back.
And finally come to the break even. That's his job. If he doesn't get to the break even, he has no job.
Full cost recovery, that's the whole idea. Grameen, always we feel is a business. Business to do good to people. It has to be sustainable. If it's not sustainable, there are 200 other programs working. So why do you need a Grameen program?
Jaretta? Anything with Jaretta? Different centers have their different situations. Personally, as a center, everybody's learning this Grameen process, including myself.
If you could bring your loan utilization forms next week.
Just kind of talking about what's going on with your business activities and where you're at, how the business is going.
I got my money, and I am. I bought an ice cream truck for mine. Yes, I have an ice cream truck.
I want some ice cream.
Use ice cream for us.
I'm bringing. The truck will be here next Saturday morning.
Okay. All right.
It'll be all around. I do catering. I also cake decorating. I cater for parties, wedding, graduation. I graduated in 2003, and my dream was to get me this big mixer. And I couldn't believe it when I got a check from Grameen that day. I was like, I got my mixer. I couldn't believe it. I had to melt the sugar and the butter and the flour together. And then this, this is just like, I would have to do 2 times. This is what I used to use. And I had to mix like, mix and mix again. But now I don't have to do that.
The average person that wants to do and know what they're doing and is qualified really don't have the money to go out to go get a business plan. It's expensive. To go get contracts, it's expensive, so they don't have that start-up money. And this is what Grameen is doing. He is giving them that push, making them live their dream.
And only asking for it 1 hour a week. 1 hour a week, what else can you ask for,
Well, you're making the dough twice. The dough, real dough, and the dough, money dough. Oh, goodness.
I'm a cake decorator, partner. So that helped me a lot because different vendors comes into the store and I make contact with them. Know where to shop from to get things cheaper.
How are you going to get all of those baked?
My oven is upstairs.
Do you have a regular oven?
Yeah, regular
stove? Yeah,
right.
Your regular stove.
Because the regular commercial oven you can't use.
You can't use here.
No, you can't use it. They don't even have in the house.
But what I'm trying to enclose the back and then try to see if I can get like a.
What are the regulations that they're saying that they need for that oven?
Because of the electricity in here.
Yeah,
it's a more powerful oven, and you gotta get like different vents.
Did you do this in Guyana also?
Oh yeah.
You
have
did?
no choice.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm going to keep on going and going and going. Through Grameen, I'll be climbing. Next, I'll be aiming to get me a storefront or something.
Yes. That's it. We're going for the storefront.
That's right.
Well, you started from your living room and your basement.
My basement, right? Because right now, every job I do, I gotta buy something else. Right. But I know it's gonna be like that for a while. Until
up top. Up top. Oh, down bottom. Thank you.
Okay, doke. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You go, girl. That's what I have to say. You go, family.
All right.
Yo terminé con el papá de my baby, okay, he married other lady. I moved the other apartment, the rent more cheap. He moved to Manhattan, él se fue para Manhattan con 3 baby. Now only me and my 3 baby too. I put everything here. Now I clean, I fix it. That's my little house. I put raya here. The customer come, I do it here. Before he go a lot of times Santo Domingo, the lady called me, she said he married with her. I said, I can't believe it. Why you married with her? You mean her see baby here? He said, it's okay, go. I don't want men like that. I need one man love me, not love somebody. Yo en mi apartamento tuve que arreglar todo para poder arreglarlo, todo para que se vea bien. Yo tengo que mudarme porque el apartamento es mucho dinero. Necesito asuntos más baratos.
I have a couple of questions. What do we do, Alicia, in a situation where we have someone who 2 weeks in a row has turned in their money, but is just not here?
The idea isn't just like, okay, we have someone who's not doing what they're supposed to do, okay, get out, bye. Because it's supposed to be a support thing. There are going to be weak links. It's creating this system and this understanding and this feeling of this union, this unity that it's not as strong here as it is in all these other places that they say that they've done Grameen. If it doesn't exist, we're trying to create it.
Yes.
but it does exist at some level. You know,
It does.
maybe
in
it
this
does.
group, I think in this
You know?
group it does exist. If you don't have car fare, well, maybe somebody could pick you up. You know, you don't have to make a big announcement. I think people know here who they can go to and say.
That's exactly how we need it to work, because that's how you connect communities. Like, that's how this program gets a Nobel Peace Prize, because it goes further than just giving money to somebody. It goes in connecting, you know, cultures and communities and all together. That's exactly how this program gets a Nobel Peace Prize.
It's a queen special, so give her $1.50.
$1.50. I told her $2. I gave $2.
All right. Nice to meet all of you businessmen. Y'all are awesome. Do you have a strawberry shortcake?
Yeah.
Can I have one of those?
What'd you get? Ice cream. I wanted to make
কি করছে তারপরে কি করছে join এই পর্যন্ত কয়বার ঋণ নিছেন lot of strong
তারপরে 2 বছর আগে যেমন আমি 2 লক্ষ টাকা নিছি এখন ছেলেটা আমার ট্রাক চালায় স্বামী
he's a truck driver now
স্বামী হাল চাষ করে আর আমি
husband does the plowing
5 খান গাড়ি আছে এখন আমি মহিলা যদি যাই তারপর আমার ছেলে মেয়ে আমার দোয়া করবো এবং সবার কাছে আমি দোয়া চাই যেন আমার মতো খুবই নির্যাতন ছিলাম বাড়ি ছিল না
and only regret I have in my life that I could not help my son to finish his high school. We enjoy helping other people. We want to do good to people. My mother always helped poor families and poor children. Probably that impacted on me. I came from a low middle-class family and grew up in the village in the early years of my life. My father was a small trader. He was selling jewelry in the marketplace, moving from one marketplace to another marketplace. And I grew up in a big family with 7 brothers and 2 sisters. As a child, you want to be a firefighter. As a child, you want to be a policeman. But Fulbright scholarships brought me to the USA to study. Fate has its own plan. It pushes you into a direction you never planned. The reason I got into it was a terrible famine in the country in Bangladesh. People dying of hunger. And here is a young professor teaching economics. All the grand theories, brilliant theories that he learned from American schools. You feel emptiness in yourself. What good is your knowledge when it doesn't come to of use to people? So I just forget about all those economics. Why don't I just go out and see if I can be of any help, any use to him or her? And that was my ambition, to be useful, to make myself useful to another person in those difficult days. So every day I'll go out of the campus, talk to people, sit down with them. And I did a lot of little things, but one thing kind of pushed me in one direction. That's the money lenders. They lend tiny money to the poor people and kind of squeeze everything out of them. So I started to make a list of people who are borrowing from loan sharks. I took a student of mine and then went around in the village for several days. When my list was complete, there were 42 names on that list. And the total amount of money they borrowed was $27. And I was shocked that people have to suffer so much for so little. It It's a very intricate problem, but the solution is very simple. If I give this $27 from my own pocket to all these 42 people, according to the list, and ask them to return the money to the loan sharks, the immediate bond between the loan sharks and the people are cut. So they will be free people. Then I realized that if you can make so many people so happy, maybe I should do more of it.
Dandy, wait. That's my house. I pay $1,100 for a small apartment. That's the kitchen, that's it. That's my little room. Then my three baby, my baby sleep here, me sleep here. I'm sorry, no, I know. A nice decoration. Oh, I working every day, 8:30 to 7 to 8. I cook in the morning 6 o'clock. I cook early, everything. Give it the baby, go to school. When the baby come to school, I have the food. Go home, take the babysitter. I pay babysitter for my little baby.
¿Cuándo tú pagas?
100 for 5 days. I try sometimes do a customer in my house, but the customer don't like it. The customer like it, relax, nice, baby crying. I want my salon, I tired. 25 years working for somebody. Every day somebody more rich. Only when you work for somebody rich. When you working for you, you see the money.
Okay, so where are the ladies? You know, last week we left here, you know, we did that whole speech and that whole drill. And where are the ladies? Where are they?
Do we know where the people are who are in our groups right now? I mean, I know I heard a few, but that does I don't know if that was all groups. Do we know that? I think group 3 is complete.
So then the only person that we're looking for in my group is Daphne, because Pauline's not coming.
Janice is not going to be here. Tasha's upstairs. I don't know about Therese, and Jennifer should be on her way. That's what Tasha said.
Oh yeah, Wendy called me too. She's not gonna be able to make it.
You know, it's something that we've been talking about for quite some time now. Before I asked Mr. Shah to come, you know, I've been trying to troubleshoot this. You know, the thing that what I was waiting for it to happen, which was to say, you know, well, the women in my group, you know, like I don't really know the women in my group. I was waiting for that to happen because it's the point that we've been making to quite a few places, which is when they want to rush and just make a group, any old group to start out with, they don't understand how it's going to affect them later. You know, you made the group to get your money, you know, but so now you don't want to be responsible to hold the group together, but it doesn't work that way. So Mr. Shah said, you know, you guys are responsible for fixing this problem. And we'll help. Mr. Shah, you had these problems in Bangladesh, didn't you?
They have a lot of problems. They are facing every day. They are shooting every day. The problem shootings we are doing every day. And ultimately, they will be habituated to this program. Here, they are not habituated. They are not adapted this type of programs. This is the
We know that.
because they don't have any example before that. See, this is the Grameen Bank that I found in my old computer. And
nice.
We are thinking to organize Grameen American workshop based on our seasonal problem. Business is not good winter time. So what types of precaution we can take before winter?
Mm-hmm.
So winter is start here at what time?
In November.
November. From October, we can select some topics to discuss October.
Planning
November,
for the down
December.
season.
So we can think about it. This is some synopsis we found in my old computer.
Very nice. This is nice. Because these are like the topics that you guys have. Livestock.
Hard to do this without nothing.
See, it is a little different from a country like Bangladesh. Although these women are not loan-worthy in commercial banks, they found another interest charging process to be able to make money off of these people, which of course is always the checking account and the credit card, you know, those other products, because that's where they're going to make money. You know, the checking accounts, mismanage and charges, $30 charges, service charges, and then with the credit card, I even have my own personal experience on that. I'm the typical college student and gets their first credit card, and of course they all keep coming, and of course I keep taking them all, and then of course charge them up, and each of those cards have 21% interest, and without even realizing, I charged them up to the max, and so the highest interest is on the biggest amount, and every time I'm paying, I pay every month, but nothing ever moves, and 3-4 years have gone by, and I'm still paying off of the same $500 or the same $200 for these credit cards.
Pero ella está dando ejemplo, ella no está diciendo, mira, Luis Machete 7 days, 300. I pay babysitter 150, only 100. I need to pay every week.
Ahora, ¿sabes algo que yo quería explicar? Y vamos a decir, es algo que, vamos a decir, alrededor de la organización, ellos se están preguntando, vamos a decir, me han preguntado, ¿cuántas personas usted tiene que están pidiendo por tarjeta de créditos o esto o lo otro?
Yo tengo tarjeta de crédito del Chase de $300 y del Citibank de $300. Pero yo tengo una tarjeta de crédito por lo menos de $1,000.
Crédito, especialmente la tarjeta de crédito. Eso es una cosa de doble filo. Es para que usted tiene.
Ustedes no prestaron, mira cómo es lo mismo. Ustedes no prestaron los $3,000. Nosotros lo estamos pagando semanal y estamos quedando bien. La tarjeta es lo mismo.
Pero también, mira cómo va. Agregando que también es cosa de conciencia, educación y también diseño. Tarjeta de, vamos a decir, el diseño también de este programa dio crédito, las personas lo están pagando semanal. También había una manera y un diseño de hacer eso bien específico para que una persona lo podía seguir sin tener que hacer mucho. Tarjeta de crédito se necesita personalmente mucha responsabilidad de usted mismo hacerlo, y esa es donde se sale disciplina, que muchas personas no lo hacen, hasta yo misma.
Espérate, y una de las cosas que ese préstamo hace que la gente cumpla es porque tú cada semana es ahí, constante. Que si fuera que uno tiene que llevar el dinero, no es verdad que van a cumplir. No cumplen.
No, igual con la cosa, vamos a decir, la institución tradicional, como los bancos comerciales, igual como ellos hacen préstamos para ganar dinero, las compañías de tarjetas de crédito también lo hacen para ganar dinero, porque personas no lo hacen igual y los intereses son altos.
Well, let's see. I think I'll go to one more, and then we're going to close off. At what point does higher interest rate hurt the poor? Anyone?
Poor should not be presented as a kind of profit-making opportunity. We are already rich. Now we can do business with these people and make ourselves more rich again. I think the whole idea is repulsive.
I think it's significant that you say either you make money of them or you give it all back to them. The real trick is both have to benefit. Even Compartamos, with its outrageous 100% interest rate they charged a few years ago, they're now at only 80%.
Only 80%. Very cheap.
However, even Compartamos benefits the vast majority of its clients. There are some socially responsible investors who will put up money for free, but there are only some, and we need hundreds of billions. In reality, it has to be in the middle, and this makes it also so difficult to say terminate.
Because it's something so new, it doesn't fit into their way of thinking. In 1976, we were doing something that we didn't find anybody who would support. Banks reacted against it because they thought it's a crazy idea. How can you lend money to people without collateral? Because collateral is such a fundamental issue with banks. This is crazy. Why should they pay back? Same thing with the academic. Why do you think you're so smart to do everything that people have been believing for all these years? Suddenly you say that this is wrong and you are the only one who is right. Religious people didn't like us because we are lending money to women. Husbands were mad. They thought we were deliberately insulting them. So we see in every direction, people have very good reasons why they should oppose. Even today, been doing it for the last 33 years. People find it extremely difficult to understand. Why should it happen? What do you do if they don't pay back? Once we get the banking license from the government, once deposits are open, then outside money will not be necessary. But banking law is very tough in USA and everywhere. So for now, we have to keep on raising money.
Everybody talking about Grameen Bank.
CNBC, 30 minutes. 10 from 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Another interview. Delegation to be ready for collection to hotel. An evening with Professor Yunus. Oh, there's a rest already included for 15 minutes.
Rest for 15 minutes.
15 minutes is included in this. Hey, I got 2 minutes free.
I don't want you to have any minute free. Shall we go upstairs?
He kept running.
No, 1 minute. I heard that you had 1 minute free. I said, no, let me run.
No way.
Don't
waste any minute.
No, not 1 minute. I don't want you to have, yes. You can't have a minute.
I try to make use of myself, because when the time is up, even if you shout, if you scream, people may not have that same kind of attention. And even if I wanted to, probably there'll be a time that I cannot travel. So when I can still travel, still can go through this, I go through it. But I don't understand why it's so difficult to raise money for Grameen America. It's not something happening in Bangladesh or in other countries, right here on the doorstep.
How you doing? Yeah, you wrote that book, Muhammad.
That's
how
right.
you doing? I know your face. I saw it on Barnes and Noble.
Oh my God! Thank you.
I never shook a hand with no prize winner. All right, man.
That's right.
Go. All right. Have a good day.
Economist and Nobel Peace Prize winner Dr. Muhammad Yunus is with us this morning. We're talking about how his micro-lending idea got started in Bangladesh 30 years ago and spread, and now he's talking about how to end world poverty around the globe. Poor people are poor because it's their fault. Dr. Yunus, even though most people wouldn't say that out loud, a lot of people believe that, don't they? Dr. Yunus?
Yeah, they do. Most of the time you hear explanation like, oh, they're lazy, they don't want to work, they have no initiative in them. They don't want to work hard. See, I worked hard, I made my life. I was a poor person and I worked hard, I became rich. So they will bring in this kind of explanation. But if you look at the poor people case by case and you observe them, they work very hard.
You gonna eat it with bread? You want it with bread or you want wrap? My first exam, I didn't do well. But because my son, I got sick at that point. But my second exam, and then I started to move up. Then right with my final exam now, my sister passed away in Guyana. I had to make a decision between my finals and my sister's funeral. It was the hardest decision I had to make, but then it was my finals. I was doing the exam, thinking about my sister in Guyana, the funeral, going to the ladies' room crying, go back in the kitchen cooking, back in the bathroom crying, go back cooking to make it through. But, you know, everything went well for me because I graduated top of my class. I was the valedictorian of my class, so I did make a sacrifice and it did pay off. I'm very excited. I'm going down to Atlanta to my daughter. There's a big festival that they have their annual something every year for my country. And this is the first time I'm going out there and rent a boat. I'm going to fry the fish. Cooking going to do in the park. 7 children and 5 adults. Everyone going to be doing something.
There goes one. Buena. En verde. ¿Qué pasó, Elisa? ¿Te parece como brown? Sí, como si tiene algo.
Y eso que yo lo que tengo son 3 meses que estoy aquí sola, que el marido mío me pagaba la renta. Y en esos 3 meses yo no he podido pagar un mes de renta. Every week I need to pay rent. Every week, that's my check. I pay every week, but I don't pay my rent, you know?
Mira, mira a ver si una tarjeta de crédito.
Tú no lo necesitas.
Yo necesito uno.
Tú no necesitas uno, ese es el problema. Que tú te estás entrando, pero tú te vas a poner en tanta deuda, Elizabeth, que tú no vas a saber lo que va...
She had a family set up and that all went away. You know, the whole thing fell apart. And so has that set her back? Of course it has. You know, does it mean, of course, that she can't get to a certain level? No, but it set her back, and it means that, you know, she has to work twice as hard. I look at those women and, you know, they're much older than I am, and they just exert so much effort in everything that they do. Why do poor people have so much trouble getting ahead? I don't know. It's a good question. This bottom level of dealing with people who really don't have anything at all, she may not be in the level of a rich person, but she is of a certain level, and that's because she had the Grameen support. That just puts you a little further ahead than the person who didn't have that.
¿Cómo estás? This is Sonia, this is Blanca.
Ya le miro, ya.
¿Cómo estás? Yo nunca, yo...
Mi nieta, ve.
Ay, hi.
Falta monis para la tienda, ya no tengo plata.
Ya no hay, pero ya tiene muchas cosas. Bueno, usted tenía.
Siguen faltando más dinero.
Entonces, usted está interesada en poder tener... Ok, gracias.
Ok, thank you.
Uy.
All right. Oh, we were walking to the salon there. I'm glad she walked in there.
Hey, Eugenia. Here's another one.
Beauty salon over here. And choose over there.
Yes, it's almost time. We have in a half an hour. Our meeting is very, very nice. Oh, she used it for also for the cards, for business cards. Mary's unisex. Very nice. Very salon, people. Very shoe sewing.
Hi, hello. Thank you. Oh, hey, good to see you.
I'm Emily.
Emily, nice to meet you. So, how is it going? How is business?
So I have 10 groups.
10 groups.
39 have borrowed.
39.
Around 12 groups, 68 are, 58 are borrowing.
I have 200 borrowers. I had quite a few borrowers in a very short period of time, and so I kind of said,
wow, well, I didn't really get to many of them really personally understand, what they're going through and how they're moving and even really get into their business. I definitely have the group of women, they do know what they're doing. They have this skill and they know what they're doing and they needed this financial support and, we gave it to them and they're moving with it. But I do have it's a challenge to work with the ones who kind of presented themselves that way, but you see later on in hindsight, no, these people really do need some type of training because it's not working exactly, however they had it set up in their head.
If you're actually doing more work in the beginning, I feel like you should be getting a better result. Now I'm thinking about the beginning and I'm running around, and now I'm thinking if there's like...
When something is not working, it's not the fault of the borrowers. It's the fault of the people who designed the system. So you have to go back to the system, readjust, redesign. We can create a different kind of bank, but a present setup of businesses do not allow businesses to pay attention to most of the social problems. There is a big hole in capitalism. It's incomplete capitalism. I'm saying that complete it. Otherwise, all these problems will make it crash.
News waking up to the American investment bank Lehman Brothers has filed for bankruptcy. It means the Wall Street institution, which has been in business for 150 years and survived the Great Depression, is now the most high-profile casualty.
Banks tell me that they don't want to lend money to the poor people because they are not creditworthy. Are the banks people-worthy? The contrast between what we do and what the conventional banks do comes in such a sharp difference. In many occasions, when you will be lending money in the beginning, when you give this tiny loan, as small as $30, $35 loan, women will be holding this loan and literally shake, couldn't believe that so much money is in her hand. And tears will roll down, cannot believe anybody has trusted her such an enormous amount of money. And she feels that nobody believed her, nobody trusted her for a penny. So if anybody has trusted her with so much money, she would like to give her life to protect that trust, so that trust is never broken. And that's the contrast.
Pero el negocio, según bajó la bolsa de valor, también no bajó el negocio de nosotras. Él dice, pero a mí no me toca más préstamo hasta que acabe, ¿verdad?
Hasta que tú estás pagando en 6 meses, entonces ¿cuándo fue?
No, yo digo la mitad de la mitad, no toca la mitad de la mitad.
No, porque el primer punto es 6 meses, o sea, tú vas a terminar en 6 meses.
No, pero que falta muchísimo, dice, en enero.
En enero.
A lot of things for me. I need pay rent, light, car, phone, babysitting, food.
Who is going to understand and deal with the things that I'm dealing with. I don't have anybody else to compare it to talk to. Other people do with me, but I don't with anybody else except for Mr. Shah. And Mr. The only thing, I can't get to Mr. Shah to tell him everything all the time. I go through the big things. And, things, Mr. Shah can only share the experience, as they come up too, because he can't, go through everything in a day. When I hear everybody else talk, it's like, wow, I have a situation for everything. Like, that's how I feel. Yesterday, Joanna just mentioned how, she thinks that one of her members, is diagnosed with cancer. I've got examples for that, I've got it all, and it all happened first, and it's stressful, interesting, and challenging all at the same time.
It's important to be here, and it's important for your money to be here.
I understand what you're saying, and then some of the ladies that I talked to said that, you know, when they come, they get belligerent. They said, you know, they talk about the ones that's not here, and they said, you know, they don't want to deal with it.
We have people that don't give a damn about the people that's already here. And the people that ain't here, that are not here, they don't give a damn about us at all. And that's not okay.
I didn't directly know. Like, I don't know all these ladies. I understand it.
The point is not that you didn't know or you did know, because I'm assuming that you all thought that everybody was going to be good. I don't have a problem that your friend flaked on you. I don't have a problem that because I can believe that. I can believe that you actually believed in her, and you know, you actually, you know, you're trying to help her, and she messed up, you know, she fucked up. You know, I can believe that. What I have a problem with is that now this person is fucking up and nobody wants to be bothered. That's where I have a problem.
Hello.
Oh, it's nice and warm in here. It feels so good. Hi, Emily. How's your day? Good. Oh, wow. That's nice.
Our past performance is very good. We are going to disburse 1 million in this week or maybe next week. Mueller is a Brooklyn group. They are from Brooklyn.
Yes.
We are going to open new branch in Brooklyn, maybe the first 2 or 3 months of the next year. So already we spread out in the Brooklyn.
Perfect.
Every week we are getting more money and we are disbursing, getting more money, we are disbursing. And we have 42 centers and 450 members. Our repayment rate is 99.53%. Now we are talking about opening a new branch in Omaha and North Carolina.
So, you know, just work on that. Like I said, the doors are still open. Grameen is not going to turn your back on you, you know. It's just like Mr. Shah said, everything is pending right now. Like the money's not a problem for her. She couldn't open like
I'm missing a primary ID.
Yeah.
It's just that like every time I try to do something, I just bump into a wall.
I know.
And I just have to like stay back.
I know that feeling. Trust me. I know. That's why I felt so bad when I saw you storm out when you tried to do something and you just.
Yeah, it was the same feeling when I was trying to go to college. Maybe if you aim lower and you don't achieve it, it's better.
No.
Just joke.
No. We don't do that. We don't do that. Somehow, someway, this experience it works and makes sense because you'll learn now, whatever, to be able to go through a situation that otherwise, right now, there's no way out of it. There's going to be a way out of it because you're going to get out of it. You just don't know what it is right now, and this experience is going to help you that. And so that's going to be a big deal, you know.
Okay. Este debe de tener un salón ya, moviéndose, debe, ¿verdad?
Debería.
Debería. Hay que moverla, hay que ayudar. Es con los niños de ustedes.
Yo voy a promover este negocio aquí.
Ella necesita hacer más dinero. Y yo la vi bien grave en los pasados meses.
No, ya está grave.
Yo la vi bien grave.
Yo le digo que me den $30 y no me lo da.
Pero yo no tengo.
Ajá.
Ella tiene que darme a mí, toda la semana.
¿A ti?
Porque yo tengo el bebé.
Yo soy americana.
Yo tengo el bebo. Cuando ella lo tiene el bebo, yo le doy a ella.
Ajá.
Si yo lo tengo, ella tiene que darme a mí. ¿O no?
Compartir, ¿verdad? Y te fuiste también.
El negocio no estaba bueno para estar pagando babysitter. The father take her home Santo Domingo to the grandma. When he 4 years, he come back for school. I have time to make a little more money. I need to move to apartment more cheap. Pero espera porque he had everything, he no had everything. Hace frío cuando llego a la casa de noche. Yo digo, eso muere el niño aquí, claro.
Hi, ladies. The option that Mr. Shah presented, you guys just break into your individual groups. The idea was that it's supposed to make it easier because whereas right now, we've been this whole time thinking about how we were going to get 24 or 23 people together. You may not look at it like a big thing, but it is a big step, which means now that in January, now that's going to help you to restructure your group so that it's much tighter. And maybe we can go forward from there. That's not bad, yeah. It's not perfect, but it's not bad.
That's good. That's good news to do. After a long time, you know.
This keeps going. This is gonna keep going until
you can reach it if you want to. You just have to get the determination. Because God is not going to stop you, but then don't let nobody else do it.
That was better.
Say it ain't so, I will not go. You know that song? Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights low. Carry me home. Oh, sorry. That so cannot be on anything. I have to do to keep myself sane. Dealing with all these women and all these psychological. Whoever can is just going within the confines of what's already been set.
The repayment rate is good. You know, we have the majority of the people are paying their loans on time. We just have a few borrowers who have hit hard times, and because they need a lot of support, it takes a lot of my time.
If something changes, you guys are small enough now, you can work with the changes. But the fact that you guys stay together all the time does not ever change.
Somebody ring Nicole.
I spoke with her this morning.
Yeah?
So I said, please show up though. Money or not. This is okay. I have a feeling she's not coming.
Ladies, I just want to say, I've been doing this for the whole 6-7 months now. I'm going crazy. Do you see?
I don't understand what they just really think that like we just want to do this all day. Like I don't have anything better to do.
Well, when the right man gonna blow something like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this, you're gonna blow it. They're gonna take you to whatever level you're going with your business. You're gonna let it go.
Yeah, well, that's
oh
like
no.
when you have a business.
I'm not gonna let it go.
I think this is a bit much. Just a tad. Nicole! She comes and I get money from Rosanna and Francisca. Oh my God. It'll be beautiful, Mr. Shah. All the hard work will be finally.
For a long time.
A long time. This is months, Mr. Shah, of pressure.
Yes, good, Mr. Shah.
Then she paid another installment.
Nice, Mr. Shah! She knows she's not on time. Oh, Mr. Shah, I love you. There is a God. Sometimes there's a God.
We announced that the Microcredit Summit campaign surpassed its goal of reaching 100 million of the world's poorest families with a microloan. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Let's get this, maybe not out of the way. There'll be time for people to raise it again. But on the press call, what was certainly on people's minds so much was the economic crisis.
The deeper the crisis, I see this as an opportunity also. The best opportunity to address the issues that we couldn't address before. because we are so happy with the system, the way it was working. Or the system that we all belong to today create all the problems that we created in the world because everybody has a glasses, profit-maximizing glasses fitted onto them. So they see the world with profit-maximizing eyes. I said, would you please take off those profit-maximizing glasses and the world will look very different. There are so many things to be done. Poverty, illiteracy, technology for the poor people, environment, housing, healthcare, and we have done that in Bangladesh. We created companies after companies. Whenever I see a problem, I immediately go and create a company. You don't have to wait for the government to do it. We can solve our problem. People say, are you crazy? People just investing money not to make money for themselves. I says, the funny thing is, people are really funnier than that. They give away their money. ToCatchADollar has only one life. If you use it, it's done. But if you can define this or design this into a social business, then suddenly that social business dollar has endless life. It's all about creativity. How creative can you get?
People came together and we figured we want to alleviate poverty, but how do we do it? So we jumped on a plane and we flew to Tanzania. While there, I realized that 45% of the Tanzanian population is under the age of 15.
Young people are very eager to play their role, leave the world in a better shape than we found it.
They register on NGO Mac.
So they're searching, they're looking for ways to do that.
This is the greatest opportunity to create a completely new framework. We're talking about social business, business to change the world rather than make money. We'll be creating companies to end all the problems we have, and we create our dream world.
What's going on in the office is two men came from Bangladesh now. The gentleman who's the perspective to be the branch manager for Brooklyn and to be the general manager for Omaha.
When we started our program, first I started alone, then I hired another one, two. So we worked 3 there. Now we are 8 staff are working together. We have been trying to get a bigger space and we got it. All of my colleagues are happy to get this space.
Window that opens.
Nobody?
I told you to change.
We used to get sick and everything because we had one window that did not have any way to open. So this is a big deal. The bathroom and the windows.
It was supposed to be at 8 in the morning.
Elisa, lo que podemos hacer con esto es, podemos cambiar el contrato para bajarlo para el año, para el resto del tiempo que queda, entonces va a durar un poco más, pero las cantidades son 80 en vez de 160.
Oye, ¿verdad? Y por ejemplo, si faltan 5 semanas por acabar, entonces van a ser 10.
Van a ser, sí, un poco más.
Entonces yo tengo unas cuantas clienticas que se ponen pelo, pero que yo voy a la casa de ella, no que ella viene aquí. Yo tengo una para, me dijo que para esta semana. Entonces esos 100 pesos me los voy a buscar yo aparte por ahí. En un ratico yo la hago, yo tengo una. No, entonces yo lo voy a ver si esta semana me va bien. Entonces yo te lo doy doble con para recompensar esto. Yo no quería hacer eso, pero sí es una solución.
En tener esa fe es donde usted va a tener éxito.
Tú tienes que confiar de que, bueno, yo voy a esperar. Y ahí tú empiezas a verlo. Pero para la persona que quiere ver resultados de una vez, esto no es para esa persona porque los resultados no vienen de una vez.
This side here going to be the kitchen. sink is going to go here. This bathroom, I'm going to remove this bathroom. I'm going to put a door, an opening here to go over in the store. Take out Guyanese American food, mostly Guyanese them. Might get maybe just 2 chairs and a table. This, we're going to put the warmers here, like this, like that. So people just come in here, and you place your order here. You could see there what you want here and there. And I'm going to display my cakes, like a rack there to display the dummies. And then they just come in and place the order. It's going to be like over the warmer. Well, I'm going to get maybe 2 employees and interns. I can't go to work and then be here. I got to focus on my business now. That's the reason I make the sacrifice. I'm going to make it.
Lleno negocios, atender a su reunión del centro cada semana.
Eso ya. Esta es la forma de utilización de préstamo.
You write it down?
Yeah, I wrote it down. Muy bien, muy bien.
¿Entiende?
Sí.
Bueno español.
Claro, buen español.
Ah, estoy aprendiendo el español. Bueno. Está mejor.
Muy importante.
Thank you very much.
Debe el cheque.
No cheque.
Estamos para todos.
Gracias.
Good morning, ladies. Good news for you guys because Simone is on her last payment this week, right? I think it is. So Simone's gonna finish her loan. Positive thing for you guys. Simone, my question just is, are you gonna continue?
Transportation is a big problem with me right now.
Yes.
So I told you I wanted to move to Jamaica Center.
You were thinking, okay, you should be in a center that's much closer to your house. You just should be. You know, there just wasn't one in the beginning. We weren't in the position before to do anything, whereas now we are. So it's all good. This is part of the process. Discipline, unity, hard work will allow us to succeed.
Discipline, unity, hard work will allow us to succeed.
Discipline, unity, hard work will allow us to succeed.
My life, one day, totally, I don't have nothing. When America group come, give me something for push for the money. He gave me, brain. I miss you, the baby, but I know I'm more better. Now I feel more better because I know I give you everything. Yo cogí el próximo préstamo para comprar pelo y accesorios y productos para vender. Y pronto voy a tener mi propio negocio. Se voy a poner cash. I know, Grameen give me the money for me to do a business. Pero he helped me for the business and for my life too. Ese dinero nada más para mí.
There's a story about a boy who sees an old man tossing starfish stranded by a receding tide back into the sea. There are so many, asks the boy. What difference can your efforts possibly make? The old man studies the starfish in his hand and tosses it to safety, saying, it makes a difference to that one. The men and women we honor today have led very different lives. What unites them is a belief that our lives are what we make of them. The truest test of a person's life is what we do for one another.
Everybody has to have a purpose, whatever way he or she defines the purpose of being here. because we are here for a very short time. This short period that I'm here, I should do something that I feel good about. And what is it that you want to do?
Looking for parking. Ah, this area is the worst for finding parking. Not necessarily that you can't find a meter, but you know I never have any quarters. And now quarters is an expense. Oh, look at this guy, just got a parking space. Oh, no. Yeah, how does he get up a spot? That was mine. That was mine.
Hola, mi nombre es Jessica Florí. Este es mi primer paso para empezar mi negocio acerca de decoración para fiestas. Voy a empezar a comprar los materiales, la bombona, los globos, todo. Muchas gracias.
Very happy.
Estoy muy agradecido con esta compañía.
Welcome to